What is going on, guys? Judo Sloth here, and welcome to today's episode where we are going to show you some of the best Town Hall 10 versus Town Hall 11 attackers in the game and some of the best strategies in order to secure that 2-star and help you guys win them wars. Each one of these attacks is from Elite Gaming CWL matchup against North Remembers, and guys, if you are interested as a Town Hall 10 in joining Elite Gaming, make sure to check out the description of this video. It has our feeder clan information for White Temple and how you can try out to join Elite Gaming. So this first attack utilizes the Bowlers and the Valkyries. You've seen it on my channel before, guys, and really you're setting up the funnel fantastically in order to get in and get that Town Hall with the Valkyries. If you do like this video, make sure to leave a like on it. Equally, if you don't like it, make sure to leave a dislike, because that's the only way that I get feedback onto these videos on what is working on the channel. And make sure to subscribe to stay up to date with all of my videos. So getting into this one then, guys, we've really just been using troops on the outside in order to pick off 3% at the moment, but that is equally important. It's very difficult right now as a Town Hall 10 to get them 2 stars against a Town Hall 11, so the percentage in order to get you that 50% is very important. So archers and minions on the outside there, just picking off them buildings that we can get for free. We then have the Queen with the healers from the CC as well, because you now can have them level 5 healers at Town Hall 11, just helping the Queen to come round and set up the funnel here. So brilliant use of the wall breakers as the defenses were distracted by the Queen in order to get her in there, in order to take out this area in the north. And you'll see as the attack progresses just why this is so important in order to help the Valkyries to get into the middle. So as you can see, the Bowlers then coming in from the opposite side with the Rage Spell. They do massive amounts of damage there. And again, check out the funnel they're creating here, just taking out this area. The Queen is doing the exact same on the north, and you can almost see a clear path over from the east straight into that Town Hall, where the Valkyries, with the help of that jump spell, are just going to beeline themselves straight onto that Town Hall. And because we started off so wide in order to set that funnel, took out some of them free buildings, we've also already got the 50% as the Town Hall goes down. So the Rage Spell there, very helpful on the Valkyries to push them forward, because they're going to get into the middle where them high defense targeting defenses are, them high damage defenses are, which will do massive damage onto the Valkyries. And you might have noticed the Earthquake spell as well is brilliant for in the middle, where it does 25% extra damage, and the Town Hall is obviously what you want to get. So again, with this one, we're just using the Bowlers for this one, and it's equally a brilliant strategy. I kind of use the two interchangeably. They're both very good as long as you have that funnel set. So again, the Queen here coming forward with the healers. Check out the use of that Valkyrie just to try and snipe off them buildings and create the funnel. Didn't quite work exactly how we wanted it to, but it was a very nice idea. Queen does indeed start walking around clockwise though, so that is great stuff. It doesn't really matter. It depends on the objectives you want to take, but 9 times out of 10, it doesn't actually matter which way your Queen goes, as long as you set the funnel with the Bowlers on the other side. So as she starts to walk around here, it's just about being patient as she is setting the funnel here. If you rush in too early, then you're going to fail, guys. So we've set the funnel and continuing to do so down at the south here. Up in the north, again, very wide in order to make sure we can get that 50%. We have the Golem along with the Bowlers, and again, that Rage Spell, guys. It is powerful stuff, especially when you can hit multiple defenses at once. And look at the area, it's absolutely gone. Same in the south here. So the same thing is going to happen from the west. You can just see how the troops are just going to slowly move through and onto that Town Hall area. And check it out, we're already at 50% because we've started off nice and wide, set that funnel in order to make sure we get that 50% as well. Because often, guys, it's not as hard to get to the Town Hall as it is to get that 50%. But in this one, a fantastic example. And then we're finishing off with a few archers and minions. Now that's always helpful if you can get the Eagle Artillery down. You then don't have to worry about that locking onto the archers and minions. You can just pick the buildings off at the end. If the Eagle Artillery doesn't go down, then obviously it's a bit more difficult. Queen there though, still at full health. And I'd always recommend, similar to that first attack, if there are any buildings you can snipe off initially, definitely go for it, guys. It will help you with that percent. Moving down to the third attack here then, great stuff by Elite Gaming, and again, it's the bowlers. It's 3 golems and 20 bowlers. If you haven't seen my strategy guide for this, make sure to check out the top right of this video. I'll make sure to link it right now. The balloons coming in with the haste spell there, just to start taking out some of them buildings in the corner, and it just makes sure that the baby dragon can get a few extra hits in there before the bowlers come forward. And again, just check it out, the bowlers can hit multiple defenses here as they come forward because they're so tightly compact. They can take out massive amounts of value with just a few bowlers and rage spells. Normally you want about 7 or so on each side, along with the golem, in order for them to do that massive amount of damage and really power that punch. And then again, you can just see that jump spell with the bulk of the bowlers coming forward and how beautifully that funnel's already being set in order to push them to the middle. But you do want to try and save your spells as best you can for the middle there. This is where the Grand Warden would be so helpful, but as a Town Hall 10, you obviously don't have them, so they're taking massive amounts of damage in the middle. Just check out how that whole army vanished. They went, guys. That's why trying to pick up the percent is ever so important as well, and making sure you have that prepped before you're making that push into the middle. Just say getting the 50% there, but that is all that is needed. If you can save your 11 attacks in order to dip on the 10s, the 11s, once they've done that, can then try and move up and improve your percent, and hopefully maybe even go for an 11 triple. So again, we're doing the exact same thing here. Balloons coming forward with the haste spell in order to snipe off not just 1, but 2 archer towers. That was fantastic. And just check out now the buildings that are free at the bottom with no air targeting defenses in order to shoot at them. So we're able to just bring in a couple of troops to take that out. At the top here, again, setting up the funnel, sniping off buildings. I always enjoy watching this one. That bowler taking out the mortar with the second bounce. You can do it more often than not, guys. People do push their mortars to the outside. Just check whether the building in front does have more HP and with the mortars, most of the time it indeed does. We're then bringing the queen in up from the north. Brilliant stuff in order to bring in that balloon to help get out that Tesla, and then she's just going to slowly move forward. And again, it's just about being patient. Just let your troops, you know, set up the funnel, do what they need to do, because as a Town Hall 10, when the 2-star is the aim, unless you're literally letting your queen walk around the entire base, it's difficult to run out of time. You've got them 3 minutes. That final push to the Town Hall isn't going to take very long. That can go down in like 20 or 30 seconds as long as you've set up the rest of the attack. So at the top, you can see Queen just taking her time with them healers from the CC in order to carve out a path at the top. Once we can then be assured that we can join in with the Queen, we're then bringing the Golem. Nice use of the Wall Breaker alongside the Rage Spell. If you're using a Rage Spell to push the troops in, put that in with the Wall Breakers as well, because if you get a Wall Breaker fail, you can very easily not set up the funnel. So the bowlers there, brilliant stuff again with that Rage Spell in order to take out lots of the defenses here. There's that jump spell. Queen takes out the top area, bowlers takes out the bottom area, and the Valkyries push straight into the core, straight to that Town Hall, exactly where we want them to go. Again, we've already got the 50%, and we don't even need the Valkyries. Before they get there, the Queen snipes off that Town Hall. And again, guys, just check out the time. Once you get into the middle there, your troops are going to go down fast, so you need to make sure that you've taken out the buildings on the outside and got that percent in order to ensure that you can get that second star. So we just have one more attack for you guys. I hope this is helping you out. Make sure to leave me a comment down below with which attack strategy you like to use as a 10 versus an 11. Today, we've brought a bit of variety, really adapting to the base, but utilising the bowlers heavily. And honestly guys, other than maybe the dragon attack, which we use a fair bit as well for them Town Hall 10 versus 11, most of our attacks will utilise the bowlers, whether it's just getting in and taking out a certain area, setting up the funnel. They're just very, very effective. Again, utilising a few balloons in that haste spell can really help you out in order to, you know, you might just take out one defense, but that then might open a whole area of the base that you can take out for free. That is percentage, and it can also be used to funnel, and in this case, send the queen exactly where we want her to go. So exactly the same stuff, guys. I'm sure you're getting used to this now. Be patient. We're just going to let the queen do her thing here, utilising the rage spells as she's taking a lot of damage from the defences. And again, just check out the area she's carved. She's taken out that entire area. It's going to push our troops into the town hall. It's then just joining that at the opposite side of the base with the other troops in order to set that funnel into the middle. It's 101 stuff, but when you're doing it higher level, it is a bit more difficult. It's not just a standard golem and a few wizards. It is really taking out the defenses and setting the wide, massive funnel up to get them troops into the middle. And as you can see, the queen here gonna step up and really clutch it, taking out that eagle artillery. So in this attack, if we did have any cleanup troops, we wouldn't have to worry about them getting sniped off at the end from the eagle artillery because it's already down. Just check out how much that queen has taken out. That is amazing. Golem over on the right hand side with a few bowlers just sets up a little bit of a funnel, and then we can push the rest straight into the middle. Man, look at that stuff, guys. We have the entire left hand side of the base down from the queen. The bowlers then doing brilliant on the right hand side. Valkyries are going to take a little bit of a detour here in order to take out the air sweeper and grand warden statue, but then they're going to push into the middle, and just check out how quickly that is done with the use of that rage spell. And again, as we're getting to the town hall, you should be around about the 50%. You don't want to be relying too much on cleanup troops afterwards, unless you know that eagle artillery's down, unless you're guaranteed that you can get it, guys. So that wraps it up for this one. Town Hall 10 versus Town Hall 11, 2 stars. I hope that does help you out. I've been your host, Judo Sloth. Make sure to subscribe for more Clash of Clans, and until next time, peace out, guys.